All right, let's smash another Mtel question. This one says, which of the following relations is a function? So it's important to understand what the definition of a function is. A function is something with exactly one output for every input. So in A, we can see that the number 2, that one input, has two different outputs. It goes to 5 and 6. It's the same for negative 3. Negative 3 is one input that has outputs of 1 and 3. So A is not a function. In terms of equations and graphs, we can think of inputs as our x values and outputs as our y values. So for B, we have 2 points that have the same input. So there's one input of 4 that occurs twice with different outputs or y values. So 4 has an output of 2 and an output of negative 2. So B is not a function either. So C is a graph. And typically in graphs, we like to use the vertical line test, which means that if you can draw a vertical line that touches two different points on the graph, then that is not a function. So here we've got a bunch of random scattered points, but none of the points are stacked on top of each other. So for every x value that exists as a point on this graph, there's a different y value. So C actually is a function as it passes the vertical line test. D is a little bit trickier. To figure out if D is a function, you can either try to visualize the graph, which is going to end up being a sideways parabola. Y-squared graphs are sideways parabolas that sit sideways. So if you think about a vertical line test, it would definitely pass through multiple points on the graph. Or you could try plugging in values and seeing if you get two y values for the same x value. And when you solve this equation for y, you're going to end up square rooting. And when you square root, you get plus or minus. When you solve square root in an equation, and plus or minus is going to give you two y values for different x values. So D is a little bit more complicated, but the key to understanding that C is a function is sort of key to this one because it passes the vertical line test.